All right, good morning. Back out here on the Grand National. Finally getting to some of the good stuff. Quick update on the fuel system. Went ahead and ordered a new tank. It'll be here in about a week, hopefully. Past experience is when you start getting a lot of that fine rust in the tank, it's not going to stop. You can try to clean it out. So rather than run the risk of ruining a new fuel pump, just went ahead and got a new tank. Found one actually pretty reasonable. So I got that thing coming. So in the meantime, while we're waiting on that, we're just going to go ahead and get some of the other projects knocked out. Today, we're going to work on getting the wideband in and getting the nitrous install started, like for real. So I just got some stuff I want to show you. So let's take a look at what we got. So what we got is we picked up this AEM wideband. This is the newer version. It's not an oil pressure gauge, even though that's what it says. And then this is our nitrous kit. So it's a Nitrous Express. This is a mainline kit that I've had laying around for a little while. We've got some jets, but that's why I had to order this nozzle, because typically you would use it with a carb plate. Anyway, so we're going to work on getting some of these parts installed today and, make some power. Let's get started. Great. All right, so we got the intake tube off. We're going to trim this piece right here. This is a factory. I'm guessing they probably use this for PCV or something. Anyway, we're going to trim this off. We should be able to put our bung right here, and then we can put our nitrous nozzle in and check one thing off the list. So let's get to cutting. All right, so we got our little tip trim back. We got our bung. So let me see if I can finger bang this guy in here. We got just enough threads. We got our nut on here. All right, that's good. Now we're going to see how our nozzle lines up in there. So this guy, so these nozzles, you got your port here where it comes out. So you want to make sure this is pointed toward the throttle body. So we want to make sure shark face up. So that's going to be shark face up, just like that. And then if you look in there, all that horsepower right there, just waiting. All right, that thing is dirty in there. We should probably clean that out. All right, we'll see you guys in a few minutes. All right, so just coming in here to give a little update. So we got nozzle in there. We got our solenoids. This is going to work for our fuel feed. We're going to get straight off the fuel rail. Right now we're about to start routing nitrous lines. So how that's going to work is I've got this line and this line, and then I have this guy right here that I actually made up myself. And so what we're going to have is bottle input is going to come from here. So we can actually we can have the bottle on, but we can shut the nitrous off so there won't be nitrous pressure always sitting on the solenoid. And we can monitor bottle pressure from inside the car. This is actually a bottle heater, and we have our bottle fitted with, this is a switch for an automatic bottle heater. So we can adjust the pressure. Usually once your bottle pressure $950, $1,000. Just check with the manufacturer you're using. Different manufacturers base their power shots based on bottle pressure. Bottle pressure is crucial with nitrous. Do have a little progressive controller, so that might allow us, or should allow us, to be a little bit more aggressive with how much nitrous we're spraying. I am going to have to order some jets. Anyway, that's the update. We're going to keep working. All right, so come over here. Get a little closer. We're all friends. So for real this time, we got this stuff put on, and it was like, oh, wait a minute. We didn't have our purge solenoid on. So now our purge solenoid is installed. This is our purge line. If you don't know what a purge solenoid is for, so when you turn your nitrous on, you're gonna have air in the line. So what the purge solenoid does is it allows you to have nitrous at your nitrous solenoid. When you see a nitrous car at the drag strip and they're staging and you see all that stuff spraying out, that's nitrous. What they're doing is they're getting liquid nitrous. They're probably bleeding off bottle pressure, but they're also getting liquid nitrous to the solenoid. So when they hit the nitrous, they're getting the power then. So we're gonna route this line over here, and it's gonna look something like this. Then we're gonna start routing our nitrous line. Not real sure where we're gonna run it yet. We haven't quite figured that out. But stay tuned, and you know, we'll get it figured out. It'll be fine. Okay, another update. So we got fitting installed for oil pressure, so we can actually read some oil pressure. Yeah, I know that's probably not the best place to read it, but it'll at least give us, you know, whether or not we have some or none. Also went ahead and just we're pretty much committed now on that's where the wideband's going to go, because that's just how I like to roll. Not sure exactly what this guy's doing, but we'll update you here in a little while. All right, so we're kind of wrapping things up for today. Let's just go over, I'm just gonna show you a few things we got finished up and go over what we're gonna do in the future before we go to the drag strip. So let me flip it around and show you what we got done today. I feel like today was pretty productive. It not as much as I wanted to get done. That's typically how it always works, but still pretty productive day. So we got our oil pressure line right there, routed around. We got our nitrous feed, which is this guy here, routed around. We also, don't judge me on my welds too bad. I promise you I can weld better than that, but for what we're doing, it'll be fine. Wideband, all that's routed. I do have to get some wire. I thought I had enough, but ended up not having enough wire. So we can do wire in all of our nitrous solenoids. What else? So, okay, so overall, fairly productive day. We got to get some wire, get the switches wired in for all the nitrous solenoids. We got to rig up something to mount the wideband gauge. We got to get the bottle mounted. We got to get the heater wired in for the bottle. I do have suspension stuff for the car. I don't know if we're going to put the suspension stuff on before we go to the drag strip or not. Still got to get the fuel tank back. I've got to get a fuel filter. Definitely want to change the fuel filter. Definitely want to do an oil change before we go to the drag strip. I think that's it for right now. I'm not sure if we're going to do the suspension before we go to the drag strip, because it's not so much putting it on, but taking it, having it aligned, that's a whole day. So we might go to the drag strip, come back, then put the suspension on. And then we can always go back after we have the suspension on. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If there's anything you want me to go into more detail about, I'll answer your questions if I can. Just hit them up in the comments. Have a nice day, and we'll see you guys next time.